Listen to me. If you let your emotions control you, you will never control your life. I need you to hear me on this. When someone hurts you, when they lie on you, when they betray you, the easiest thing to do is react. That's what most people do. They get angry, they lash out, they let their emotions take over. But that's not power. That's weakness. That's letting someone else dictate your action. That's handing them the keys to your mind, your emotions, your peace. And I refuse to let you do that. You have to understand something. People will hurt you. That's life. It's part of the journey. Not everyone is going to support you. Not everyone is going to treat you with respect. Some people will misunderstand you. Some will try to bring you down just because they see something in you that they don't have in themselves. And if you allow their words, their actions, their negativity to control you, then you are not in control of your own destiny. See, you think when you react, you're showing strength. You think standing up and snapping back is power. No. That's exactly what they want. They want to pull you into their chaos. They want to shake you, break you, make you act out of emotion so they can point the finger and say, see, I told you they weren't strong. They want to bring you down to their level. But listen, when you don't react, when you keep your peace, when you move with intention instead of emotion, you rise above them. And that's real power. That's what leaders do. That's what champions do. You ever notice how the greatest people in the world don't let the noise distract them? They don't let negativity pull them off their path. You think the most successful people react every time someone says something about them? No, they stay focused. They know their mission is bigger than petty battles. They understand that every reaction is energy wasted, energy that can be used to build, to grow, to move forward. Let me ask you something. How much energy have you wasted on people who don't even matter? How many times have you lost focus because you let someone else push your buttons? How many moments have you thrown away because you let anger, bitterness, or revenge take over? You can't afford to keep doing that. You've got dreams to chase, a purpose to fulfill, a legacy to build, and you can't build if you're always reacting to things that don't serve you. Let them talk. Let them doubt you. Let them try to bring you down. That's not your fight. Your fight is staying on course. Your fight is proving them wrong by succeeding, by winning, by becoming everything they said you couldn't be. The best response isn't words, it's results. You want to shut them up? Go out there and do what they said you couldn't do. You want to make a statement? Become so great that their words don't even matter. Because at the end of the day, success makes the loudest noise. But you can't get there if you're always reacting. You can't step into your greatness if you're letting small people pull you into small battles. Stop giving away your power. Stop letting other people control your emotions. Stop allowing yourself to be moved by people who don't have your best interests at heart. If someone can trigger you that easily, then they own you. And you are nobody's slave. From this moment on, you make a decision. Nobody controls your emotions but you. Nobody shakes you. Nobody makes you act outside of your character. You are in control. You are the master of your emotions, the master of your mind, the master of your destiny. And when you learn to respond instead of react, when you learn to keep your peace in the middle of chaos, when you learn to walk away from battles that don't matter, that's when you win. That's when you truly step into your power. So the next time someone hurts you, the next time someone tries to push your buttons, take a breath, pause, think, is this worth my energy? Is this going to help me get to where I want to be? And if the answer is no, then keep moving. Because your future is too big, your purpose is too great, and your time is too valuable to waste on things that don't serve you. Listen to me. There's a difference between reacting and responding. Most people don't know the difference, and that's why they stay stuck. That's why they let life control them instead of taking control of their lives, because they react. Something happens and boom, they explode. Someone disrespects them and boom, they fire back. They don't think, they don't pause, they don't process, they just react. And that's exactly why they keep losing. You think reacting makes you strong? No, reacting makes you weak. Reacting means you're letting someone else control you. When you react, you are giving away your power. You're letting the situation dictate your actions instead of making a decision from a place of wisdom and purpose. And that's why you keep making mistakes. That's why you keep saying things you regret. That's why you keep getting pulled into drama that doesn't even matter. Because you haven't learned how to step back and respond instead of react. You ever see somebody who stays calm under pressure, who doesn't let the little stuff get to them, who doesn't react every time somebody tries to push their buttons? That's power. That's control. That's strength. When you learn to respond instead of react, you take your power back. You stop letting emotions run your life. You start making decisions from a place of strategy, not impulse. And that's the difference between people who succeed and people who stay stuck. Let me ask you something. How many times have you reacted out of anger and made a situation worse? How many times have you said something you wish you could take back? How many times have you let someone else's negativity pull you down to their level? That's what reacting does. It lowers you. It pulls you into battles that aren't even worth fighting. It distracts you from what actually matters. And let me tell you something. Some people want you to react. They want to see you lose your cool. They want to see you get emotional. Because the moment you react, they win. The moment you react, they know they have control over you. And you can't let that happen. You can't let small people pull you into small fights. You can't let temporary emotions create permanent consequences. You have to be bigger than that. You have to be smarter than that. You have to learn how to pause. You have to learn how to take a step back and ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Is this worth my peace? Is this worth my future? Because 9 times out of 10, it's not. Most of the things you react to won't even matter a year from now. Some won't even matter a week from now. But in the moment, if you're not careful, you'll let a few seconds of emotion ruin something you've spent years building. Listen, I'm not telling you to let people walk all over you. I'm not telling you to ignore disrespect. What I'm telling you is to be intentional, to be strategic, to be in control. There's a time to stand up for yourself, but there's also a time to walk away. There's a time to speak, but there's also a time to be silent. And if you don't know the difference, you'll keep making the same mistakes over and over again. Greatness requires discipline. It requires emotional control. It requires wisdom. And if you're always reacting, you don't have any of those things. If you're always reacting, you're not thinking about the long game. You're not thinking about your future. You're not thinking about what actually matters. You're just moving based on impulse. And that's why you keep falling into the same trap. You want to win. You want to elevate. You want to step into your greatness? Then stop reacting and start responding. Start making decisions from a place of power instead of emotion. Start thinking before you act. Start asking yourself, is this reaction going to help me become the person I want to be? And if the answer is no, then let it go. Let them talk. Let them doubt you. Let them throw stones. You don't have to catch every rock that's thrown at you. You don't have to fight every battle. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. Your success will do that for you. Your growth will do that for you. Your discipline will do that for you. So from this moment forward, you make a decision. You will not let small people pull you into small fights. You will not let temporary emotions control your actions. You will not waste your energy reacting to things that don't matter. You will take control of your life. You will take control of your emotions. You will take control of your future. Because the moment you stop reacting and start responding, that's the moment you step into your true power. Listen to me, pain is temporary, but regret lasts forever. In the moment when someone hurts you, when they disrespect you, when they push your buttons, everything in you wants to react, everything in you wants to fight back, to defend yourself, to make them feel what you feel. But I need you to understand something. Acting out of emotion might feel good for a second, but the consequences can last a lifetime. Think about it. How many times have you let anger make a decision for you? How many times have you spoken words you wish you could take back? How many times have you reacted in the heat of the moment and later thought, I should have handled that differently? That's what reacting does. It gives power to pain. It turns a temporary situation into a permanent mistake. I need you to stop and ask yourself, what's more important? That moment of reaction or the future you're building? That moment of anger or the peace you're trying to protect? Because the truth is, some battles aren't worth fighting. Some things aren't worth your energy. Some people aren't even worth your response. But if you let your emotions take control, you keep making the same mistakes. You keep getting caught in the same traps. And the worst part, you'll keep delaying your own success. People think strength is about fighting back. No, real strength is knowing when to walk away. Real strength is understanding that not everything deserves a reaction. Real strength is having the discipline to say, this is not worth my energy. See, when you react, you let them win. When you react, you let them control your emotions. When you react, you let the pain decide your next move. And that's a dangerous way to live because pain will lie to you. Pain will tell you to act before you think. Pain will make you believe that revenge will heal you, but it won't. Revenge doesn't heal. Retaliation doesn't bring peace. It only keeps the cycle going. Listen to me. The greatest victories are not won in arguments. They're not won in proving a point. They're not won in reacting to people who don't even matter. The greatest victories are won in silence. They're won in patience. They're won in discipline. Because when you have a vision, when you have goals, when you are focused on your purpose, you don't have time for unnecessary battles. You don't have time to entertain distractions. You don't have time to waste energy on things that don't push you forward. Think about the people you admire. Think about the people who have truly made an impact. Do you think they reacted to every insult? Do you think they stopped to fight every battle? No. They stayed focused. They kept moving forward. They understood that the best way to respond to negativity is with success. The best way to prove people wrong is by becoming everything they said you couldn't be. The best way to silence your enemies is by winning. So the next time someone hurts you, the next time someone disrespects you, the next time someone tries to pull you into a reaction, I need you to remember this. Pain is temporary, but regret lasts forever. Don't let one moment of emotion destroy years of discipline. Don't let one bad decision take you off track. Don't let someone else's negativity dictate your actions. You are bigger than that. You are stronger than that. You are in control. Because at the end of the day, the real victory is not improving them wrong. It's improving yourself right. Listen to me. Hurt people hurt people. You ever notice that? People who are broken, people who are insecure, people who are full of fear and doubt, they're the ones who lash out. They're the ones who criticize. They're the ones who try to pull others down because they can't stand to see someone else rise. And if you're not careful, you'll let their darkness pull you in. You'll let their negativity shift your spirit. You'll start reacting instead of rising. But hear me, you cannot let their darkness dim your light. You cannot let their pain become your pain. You cannot let their bitterness change who you are. Because the moment you do, they win. The moment you let their words get to you, the moment you start doubting yourself because of what they said, the moment you change who you are just to fight back, you've already lost. That's what they want. They want to see you stumble. They want to see you break. They want to see you stop shining. Because your light makes them uncomfortable. You ever wonder why some people attack you when you're doing well? Why some people suddenly turn on you the moment you start leveling up? It's not about you, it's about them. It's about what they see in you that they don't see in themselves. It's about the way your ambition reminds them of their excuses. It's about how your discipline exposes their laziness. It's about how your success makes them confront the fact that they've been wasting time. And instead of looking in the mirror and fixing themselves, they rather try to tear you down because that's easier, that's safer, that keeps them from having to change. But you are not responsible for their insecurities. You are not responsible for their pain, and you are not here to shrink just so they feel comfortable. Your job is not to prove anything to them. Your job is not to respond to every insult, every doubt, every bit of negativity they throw your way. Your job is to keep shining. Your job is to keep growing. Your job is to become so locked in on your purpose that their words don't even reach you. Because when you know who you are, when you know what you're here to do, when you know your worth, nothing they say can shake you. And I know it's hard. It's hard when people misunderstand you. It's hard when people talk behind your back. It's hard when people you thought were in your corner suddenly turn on you. But that's part of the process. That's part of growth. When you're elevating, not everyone is going to come with you. Some people can't handle your next level. Some people like you better when you were struggling, when you were doubting yourself, when you were playing small. But the moment you step into your greatness, the moment you start demanding more from life, the moment you start walking with confidence, watch how people switch up. And that's okay. Let them go. Let them talk. Let them doubt you. That's not your concern. Your concern is staying true to who you are. Your concern is staying focused on where you're going. Your concern is making sure that you never let their darkness dim your light, because the world needs your light. Somebody out there is watching you. Somebody out there is inspired by you. Somebody out there needs you to keep going so they know it's possible for them too. So don't you dare let the negativity of a few people stop you from becoming everything you were meant to be. Because at the end of the day, their darkness has nothing to do with you. But your light has the power to change everything. So keep shining. Listen to me. Your energy is your most valuable resource. More valuable than money, more valuable than time. Because without energy, you can't do anything. You can't chase your dreams. You can't build. You can't grow. You can't become who you're meant to be. And yet some of you are out here wasting it on arguments that don't matter, on people who don't deserve your attention, on situations that have nothing to do with your purpose. And then you wonder why you're exhausted. You wonder why you're drained. You wonder why you feel stuck. It's because you're giving your energy to the wrong things. You have to protect your energy like your life depends on it. Because it does. Every time you react to negativity, every time you get caught up in drama, every time you allow someone else to pull you into their mess, you're losing power. You're losing focus. You're losing momentum. And you don't even realize it. You think you're just responding, just defending yourself, just handling business. But what you're really doing is allowing distractions to steal from you. And the more you engage, the more they take. Not everything deserves your attention. Not everyone deserves a response. Some people are only in your life to drain you. Some situations only exist to test your discipline. And if you keep giving your energy to things that don't serve you, you'll wake up one day and realize you've been running in circles instead of moving forward. You'll realize that while you were busy reacting, while you were caught up in what other people were saying and doing, you could have been building. You could have been growing. You could have been taking steps toward your destiny. But instead, you let small things distract you from a big future. You have to ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Every time someone tries to pull you into negativity, every time someone says something to provoke you, every time something happens that makes you want to react, stop and ask yourself, is this helping me get where I want to go? Because if it's not, let it go. Walk away. Stay focused. You don't have time to waste energy on things that don't matter. You don't have time to explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You don't have time to fight battles that won't matter a year from now. Do you know why successful people move differently? Do you know why the great don't react to every little thing? Because they understand the value of their energy. They know they can't afford to be drained by nonsense. They know their time, their focus, their mind space is too precious to waste. And that's the mindset you need to have. You need to start seeing your energy as currency, because that's exactly what it is. And every time you react to something that doesn't matter, you're spending it in the wrong place. Some of you are wondering why you're so tired, so frustrated, so burned out. It's not because you're doing too much. It's because you're investing too much in the wrong things. You're letting little things steal your energy. You're pouring into situations that ain't poured back into you. You're carrying burdens that aren't even yours to carry. And if you don't start protecting your energy, you're going to run out of it before you even get to where you're supposed to be. You have dreams, you have goals, you have a purpose, and none of that can happen if you're constantly distracted. None of that can happen if you're always reacting. None of that can happen if you're wasting your power on things that don't push you forward. You have to discipline yourself. You have to train yourself to ignore what doesn't matter. You have to learn how to walk away from things that drain you, not because you're weak, not because you're scared, but because you are too strong, too focused, too determined to let anything or anyone slow you down. So from this moment on, protect your energy, guard your peace, stay locked in, because every reaction is a withdrawal from your future, and you cannot afford to go broke. Listen to me. There's a reason why successful people move differently. There's a reason why the greats don't get caught up in every little thing. It's because they understand one thing: emotional discipline. They don't let their feelings run their life. They don't let temporary emotions make permanent decisions. They don't let people push their buttons and dictate their next move. And if you want to reach your full potential, you have to learn the same thing. Because here's the truth. Your emotions are real, but they are not always right. Your feelings will lie to you. Your feelings will tell you to say something when you need to stay silent. Your feelings will tell you to react when you need to walk away. Your feelings will tell you to fight battles that aren't even yours. And if you don't learn how to control them, they will control you. They will take you off course. They will have you making decisions based on impulse instead of wisdom. You ever notice how people regret things they do when they're emotional? I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that. I wish I could take it back. Why? Because in that moment, they let their emotions drive. And emotions don't care about consequences. Emotions don't care about your future. Emotions don't care about your goals. And if you let them take control, you'll keep making the same mistakes over and over again. You have to master emotional discipline. That doesn't mean you don't feel. That doesn't mean you don't care. That means you know how to pause before you react. You know how to think before you speak. You know how to step back and ask yourself, is this reaction going to serve me? Is this response going to help me grow? Is this worth my time and energy? Because if it's not, you let it go. You stay focused and keep moving. Some of you are stuck not because you don't have talent, not because you don't have drive, not because you don't have potential, but because you have no control over your emotions. You let frustration pull you off track. You let anger make your decisions. You let disappointment make you quit. And every time you do that, you lose momentum. Every time you do that, you delay your own progress. Every time you do that, you let something temporary create a permanent setback. You have to get to the point where your emotions don't dictate your actions. You feel the anger, but you don't let it control you. You feel the frustration, but you don't let it stop you. You feel the hurt, but you don't let it break you. Because the moment you take control of your emotions, the moment you learn how to process them without reacting, that's the moment you become unstoppable. You ever see people who stay calm in the middle of chaos, who don't let negativity shake them, who don't let distractions pull them off course? That's emotional discipline. That's power. It's what separates the average from the great. It's not just talent. It's not just intelligence. It's the ability to control yourself when everything in you wants to react. Because here's the thing. You can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. You can't control what people say, but you can control whether or not you let it affect you. You can't control every situation, but you can control your mindset. And that's where your power is. That's where your success is. So So from this moment on, make a decision. You will not let emotions control you. You will not let feelings dictate your actions. You will not react. You will respond. Because when you master yourself, you master everything around you. And when you master everything around you, nothing can stop you. Listen to me. Not every battle is meant to be fought. Not every situation requires your reaction. And if you want to reach your full potential, if you want to become everything you were meant to be, you have to learn how to pick your battles wisely. Because the truth is, some fights are just distractions. Some conflicts are just traps. Some arguments are just designed to pull you away from your purpose. And if you keep falling for it, if you keep wasting your time proving points that don't matter, you'll wake up one day and realize you've been fighting the wrong fight. You have to understand there is a difference between reacting and responding. Reaction is emotional, it's impulsive. It's giving someone control over your mood, over your energy, over your decisions. But responding is strategic. It's thinking before you move. It's choosing your battles wisely. It's knowing when to stand your ground and when to walk away. And walking away is not weakness. Walking away is wisdom. Walking away is knowing that not every fight deserves your attention. Some of you are exhausted because you're fighting battles that don't even belong to you. You're out here defending yourself against people who were never going to understand you in the first place. You're arguing with people who aren't even on your level. You're wasting time trying to change minds that were never open to begin with. And all it's doing is draining you. All it's doing is keeping you distracted. All it's doing is pulling you away from the things that actually matter. You have to get to a place in your life where you ask yourself, is this battle worth my time? Is this argument worth my energy? Is this situation going to help me grow or hold me back? And if it's not pushing you forward, let it go. If it's not aligned with your purpose, walk away. Because the energy you waste fighting the wrong battles is energy that can be used building your dream. The time you spend proving yourself to the wrong people is time you could be using to get better, to get stronger, to get closer to your goal. People will try you. People will test you. People will push your buttons just to see if they can get a reaction out of you. And when they do, you have two choices. You can react and give them the power, or you can stay focused and keep your power. You don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. You don't have to explain yourself to everybody. You don't have to defend yourself to people who have already made up their minds about you. Let them think what they want. Let them talk. Let them doubt you. Because at the end of the day, their words don't define you. Your actions do. The greatest warriors know which battles to fight and which ones to ignore. The greatest leaders don't waste their time on petty conflicts. The greatest minds don't get caught up in meaningless debates. They focus on what actually matters. They protect their energy. They guard their peace. And they understand that winning isn't about proving a point. It's about staying the course. It's about staying disciplined. It's about becoming so successful, so locked in, so unstoppable that the negativity doesn't even reach you anymore. You have too much to lose. You have too much to accomplish. You have too much greatness inside of you to waste your energy on things that don't matter. So stop letting every little thing get to you. Stop letting every comment, every opinion, every piece of negativity pull you off track. Stop fighting battles that won't mean anything a year from now. Because real strength isn't in how loud you argue. It's in how well you stay focused. It's in how well you rise above. It's in how disciplined you are in protecting your peace. And when you learn that, when you master that, when you stop giving your energy to the wrong things, nothing will be able to stop you. Listen to me. The best revenge is not anger. The best revenge is not proving people wrong in the moment. The best revenge is not reacting when they expect you to break. The best revenge is success. The best revenge is growth. The best revenge is becoming so focused, so disciplined, so locked in on your purpose that their negativity doesn't even reach you anymore. See, people want a reaction out of you. They want to see you lose control. They want to see you fall into the same traps they did. They want you to lower yourself to their level, because the moment you do, they don't have to feel bad about where they are. If they can pull you into their drama, if they can make you angry, if they can get you to fight battles that don't even matter, then they win. Because now you're just like them. Now you're distracted. Now you're wasting time. And that's exactly what they want. But hear me, you don't have time for that. You don't have time to get caught up in pointless fights. You don't have time to entertain negativity. You don't have time to slow down just to prove something to people who were never going to believe in you anyway. You have a vision, you have a mission, you have a purpose, and every second you spend reacting to things that don't matter is a second stolen from your future. You want to show them who you are, you want to prove something, then don't react, don't argue, don't waste energy trying to convince them. Just go out there and become everything they said you couldn't be. Go out there and win. Go out there and build. Go out there and grow so much that they don't even recognize you anymore. That's how you prove a point. That's how you shut them up. Not by words, not by reactions, but by result. You have to make up your mind that your future is more important than your feelings. You have to decide that your destiny is worth more than a temporary reaction. You have to train yourself to ignore distractions, to stay focused, to keep pushing forward no matter what. Because every time you choose to walk away instead of reacting, every time you choose growth over anger, every time you refuse to give negativity your energy, you are winning. You are elevating. You are separating yourself from the average. Think about the people you admire. Think about the greats. Think about the ones who truly made an impact. You think they wasted time responding to every critic? You think they stopped to argue with people who doubted them? No, they stayed focused. They kept building. They kept working. And eventually, their success spoke for itself. And that's what you have to do. You have to let your work be your response. You have to let your progress be your proof. Because the truth is, the people who hurt you, the people who doubted you, the people who tried to break you, they don't expect you to win. They expect you to stay stuck. They expect you to stay bitter. They expect you to waste years reacting instead of growing. So don't give them what they want. Give them what they never saw coming. Give them success. Give them greatness. Give them the version of you that refused to stay down, refused to be broken, refused to let negativity stop them. So from this moment on, don't waste energy on reaction. Don't waste time on people who don't matter. Stay focused. Keep building. Keep growing. Because the best revenge is not proving them wrong. It's proving yourself right.